Hey, 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 how are y'all doing this rising? This is AMPspire Interviews, and I am your host, Plump Queen. All right, we got another amptastic person in the building. Say what's up, Will. I will.
Hey, what's going on? Good morning, everybody.
Hey, I appreciate you giving us your time and your energy and coming here to share your story and to just sprinkle some of this inspiration here on this good old Saturday. So we really appreciate you.
Yeah, it's great. I really appreciate the opportunity. Really appreciate this.
Oh
And
well,
we got a
this is
chance
all
to
of
share
my.
the story.
I got an opportunity to be with an amputee athlete,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you bringing that on here, so I really appreciate it. So we're gonna get right into it. Like I told you, this ain't Eat Hollywood. This is all about you and what you got going on. So tell us who you are, where you from, and why you were so fantastic.
Well, like I said, my name is William. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and as you can see, my family's from the islands. So I was kind of raised different.
Sapase.
I'm a father of five beautiful children. Of course, I'm an amputee. I'm an amputee due to uh, a tragic motorcycle loss back in 2018. And it's been a long road, but my God has shown me so many doors, to has opened me up for opportunities to move on with my life and not just be so shut in. And that's when I got into these sports. And it's been takeover season. You feel me? It's
Yeah,
been takeover season.
yeah, that's what's up. Okay, well, I want to say that I'm proud of you. Okay, because see, I've been an amputee for about 15 years. So see,
Wow,
I've been on this road for a long time. You're
man,
kind of a newbie to this,
that's what's
and
up.
you are doing your thing. Like I resonate with you. That just how you taking it is how I took it. So I feel like
Yeah,
that's super dope. I tell people all the time, I'm not the only one out here, persevering in this thing. So it is just so dope to have somebody else, you know what I mean, to show folks like you can
right.
do this. You can absolutely do
There
it.
is life afterwards.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the story. I know it was a motorcycle type accident. So, give us a little background on that.
All right. Well, um, me and my motorcycle club, we were leaving from another biker's funeral,
Mm.
and me and a few other guys, we had left a little earlier to go set up at the clubhouse. You know what I'm saying, for everybody to come in and parlay. And as we was in the line, a guy just a guy or a woman, I don't know. All I seen was a red car. I remember the car swerving over the lane like this, and which caused me to crash and hit the curb and flying, and the power line ripped my leg off completely. Yeah, I mean, like I've never seen nothing like that before. I mean, like I watched plenty of crazy movies in my day. You know what I mean? Like Final Destination, but that was like a real Final Destination situation right there because I I remember me sliding so fast. I was grabbing the grass, trying to stop and almost tumbling over. And I'm like, my leg is burning, my leg is burning. So I'm thinking like, okay, man, I just roughed myself up pretty bad. And I look down, I'm like, am I sitting on my leg? Because my pants, my jeans was flat. And I looked down, I'm like, oh my God. And there's just so much blood everywhere. I died twice that day. And I know I know it's a reason why God kept me. You know what I mean? Because I cannot be here. It's plenty of other people who've been in my situation and did not make it. So I'm here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I have to take this chance also seriously, because hey, it's a blessing to be here.
Shay.
And I mean, after losing my leg above the knee, I mean, it helped me weed out my garden. It
Mm.
got me to open. It opened up my what you would call my third eye. It opened up. It opened up my mind to see, okay, what's real, what's not, who's real, who's not, what's real love, what's fake love, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. And I mean, you know, in the beginning it's always a struggle, but now, I mean, it's a breeze now. I'm back to working on cars, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm out here really moving around just like I was if I had, I mean, I have my days where, you know, I'm like, man, I can't put this thing on. That leg is heavy, but it's been a long struggle for real. It has been.
Well, man, you're dope. I That wasn't my experience. Like I tell people all the time, like, yeah, I lost my arm and I was in an accident, but I wasn't there for it. My body was there for it, but I wasn't there for it.
Mm,
So the fact that you were awake for your accident, you know what I'm saying? You saw your leg, you talking about all this blood you saw and all of that jazz, and you still got your mental health in check.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking dope, yo. Like I can't say how I would have
Yeah.
handled my
Hey,
situation. Hey,
it's way easier said than done because
I can I can't even imagine being in the same situation. I still can't understand that.
yeah, I was sitting up talking. It was a city worker. I can't remember his name, but he was doing some work and he had flew down. He's like, I seen that, but the person who ran me off the road, I don't even know who it was. Nobody never found anybody. Nobody ever got any trouble. You know, for years it took for me to just to even make a post on social media saying that I forgave the person, whoever it was. It took some time, you know, because I never even know who it was. You know, I was just running around here angry. But, you know, I was up the whole entire time. Like, I was just sitting there talking to people. It took a while for the ambulance to get there. And I'm just literally just sitting there. I knew that I had to keep myself calm because I would pass out. I knew I was getting weak. It was, man, have you ever seen Major Payne when he was like them little nubs was kicking real fast like this? Hey, that's serious. That's
Wow.
serious. It is serious.
Glad you could laugh about that
Yeah,
though.
we gotta be able to smile and laugh through all this. You know, we're gonna have to.
Ah man, yeah, you're dope. Like that's really like you're super dope. Okay,
Yeah.
so all right afterwards, because like my hospital experience was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? Once you got into the hospital, the things that they had to do, because I know for me, they had to put a wound vac on my arm to make sure that all the glass and debris or whatever that possibly was in there was
Mm-hmm.
taken out before they sewed me up. So that was an experience. And, I was only in the hospital for 11 days. You know what I mean? So it was kind of quick. I got my little surgery and I kind of dipped off. So how was that experience for you?
Well, my experience was I know I was there for at least about a month.
Mm,
Um, I mean, I went through because I mean, when I lost my when the power line ripped my leg on off, it was at my calf. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
But I guess because of so much damage or whatever, they cut me above the knee and gave me a clean cut. So when I had woke up, I promise I was trying to look when I first woke up, I looked down. I said, "Oh," because I remember when they was rolling me in. I only remember a certain little thing. I remember when they was rolling me into the hospital, and there was like, "Hey, William, we're gonna try to save your leg, William. Just relax. You know, just relax." And I looked on up, man, and it was the most brightest, whitest light I have ever seen. Like it was just blinding. And I'd have felt like, you know, I don't know, like you ever felt like you ever played a game like you was a kid, like trying to touch each other, like barely touch it, and then you can just feel
Yes.
it's that was like times 1,000 all over. It just felt like the more and more as it was moving down my body, I was just like going to sleep. And when I woke up, I looked down, I just looked down like this, and I seen the hump of my leg. I laid back, I said, "Oh my God, my leg is gone." And then immediately I reached down and check my man's. I said, "Oh,
gotcha. I get
okay, all right.
That's funny. That's funny.
We going somewhere. We can, but
Y'all men are hilarious with that. You can say
yeah,
all
man, he
y'all
was.
left. As long as that's left, y'all will figure it out.
I
That's
said, hey, man, if this man, but I was real determined. The very first, I didn't really cry. I did not really break down crying until maybe 2 days in the hospital. I had managed to leave out of my room and go downstairs into the cafeteria, all in my wheelchair, and I stood up to get to fill my cup up with some drink out the machine, and I couldn't. Like my balance was off. Stuff started hurting. Stuff was shooting like pains, like like phantom pains. I'm like, bruh, and I broke down crying because I just knew that. I said, man, I'm going to really have to fight, bro, or you are going to get ate whole out here. Like, but OSU was awesome. That's the hospital I was at, Ohio State University Medical Center. They really took real good care of me. They really went above and beyond with assisting me, And I mean, thank God that I had such a great support team. But man, I'm trying my hardest not to get all teary-eyed. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Well,
Because
I'll tell you to do that because that's gonna make me cry. That's gonna make me cry. But I understand. Trust me, I totally understand, man. Like
it's been a struggle, bro. For real.
Make it look good because you would never know. Just talking to you right now, like you just think that you were born like this. And
yeah.
This was just
this just happened. This just happened in 2018. This was what, 4 years ago? 4 years ago.
Amazing.
And I had my prosthetic on after 9 months after my amputation. I was pushing myself. I got younger kids and I got older kids, and I was just like, man, I got to get up. I can't just be sitting down here. I have to move. And I know one thing is mind over matter. I have to keep pushing myself. Everybody else around me can be like, okay, you're going to be fine. Hey, okay, we're going to pray for you. Hey, okay, I'm here for you. At the end of the day, you're going to have yourself.
Tell them.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to put them, buckle down, and whatever works for you, works for you. You know what I'm saying? All the methods that they try to tell you to use, and if it don't work for you, whatever works for you, bro. If you got to crawl, hop 7 times and spin around 8 just to sit down, just for you to be okay,
do that shit.
I'm all for it.
That part.
Real.
That's the best advice you can give anybody. That is so true. I was saying this on an interview that I did on another podcast called the Underdog Talk podcast. Y'all should all check that out.
Okay.
But yeah, like I didn't go through therapy. They were taking too long. I figured out how to do everything by myself, and I just told myself I'm not worrying about trying to do it like people with 2 arms. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. I just need it to be done. So however I get it done. So if I got to do that spin move and I got to put my forehead on a wall. I got to kind of put the hat on, put my forehead on the wall so I can give it leverage, so I can pull it down in the back. Whatever I got to do to make stuff work, I make it happen.
And it works.
And it works.
It worked. You feel me? It worked for you.
Every time.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So, man, you're just amazing. I just wish you just talk, but I got to ask you questions because this is an interview. Okay. So, all right. Now with the prosthesis, now I don't wear a prosthesis.
Right.
I'm sure with using a leg and an arm is 2 different things. But for me, it kind of felt like they wanted to give it to me for cosmetic reasons.
Okay.
I look good. I didn't need to have, between 2 arms to be attractive and all that. You know what I'm saying? But how was that process with doing your prosthesis? Because they took a very long time with me, which is why I didn't use it. And I actually have one. It's here. I just don't wear it.
Oh, yep. Mine's right here. This is my best friend right here.
See, that's your best friend.
Yeah, that's my best friend right here.
That's what's up. So how was that process for you, and you know getting it together, learning how to use it, all that good stuff.
It was, man, it was painful at first. I mean, because I'm a big guy.
Is this your mama, Laquita James?
No, 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 no. That's my sister. That's my
All right,
sister.
sister. All right, fam. All right, all right. All right. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean
At the beginning, it was so painful trying to because it was a series of like a bunch of nerves, and still sometimes to this day I would have that pain where I had that feeling as if my foot or my leg is still there. There ain't nothing there.
Gotcha.
I feel like something itching, trying to
Mhm.
rub my leg, ain't nothing there.
Oh,
But
it's
man,
so
what's wrong with
irritating.
you? What is wrong with you, boy? Yeah, well, as you know,
So
but
irritating. I feel you.
I went through a series of falling a lot.
Mhm.
Trying to learn how to the swing of things, and like I said, I was a big guy, man. I was at my accident, I was about 350, 355, something. I'm 6'2", so like I was like way out here. I'm just super long, and so and with that much pressure on there, I would have to learn how to, like time my steps and time the force of the swing, how I would swing my stump
Mhm.
for the foot to land right. What levels of ground is good enough for me to walk on. So, but that didn't work too fine for me. And they kept telling me, oh, you need to. So, for 3 years, well, 3.5 years, I walked around like a pirate. I mean, I had the leg, it's a switch on here, I lock it, and it was a straight peg walk, and I'll be out there moving like everywhere. I was nonstop.
That's what's up.
But I had to keep on. I had to keep pushing myself, though. I had to keep pushing myself, no matter how much it hurt, no matter how embarrassing sometimes it may look, and all the stares. It was just I had to push myself. I mean, because this happened to me. I didn't, and not to take anything from anybody who was, that's born like this, or was caused of, what I'm saying, of eternal illness. But I'm speaking on my standpoint, and I hate to sound so selfish, but I wasn't born like this. I feel like I did not deserve this. You know what I'm saying? So this happened to me. So after a while, like I don't care who looks. Yeah, look what they did to me. Look what they did to me. Because I don't even know what happened to me. Like I don't even know what, nothing. Nobody even stopped, even checked and say, hey, my God, is he okay? Like, just left me for dead. And if it wasn't for somebody behind me, I probably would have bled all the way out. It would have been because I died twice on the way to the hospital.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I don't know. I don't know what that's like. I know that I was asleep, so I'm going to assume I went into shock.
Right.
And that's why I wasn't awake, but I don't know what it feels like to flatline and
Yeah.
come back from that. I don't know nothing about that. So this is why a lot of people try to give me compliments and like, yeah, yeah. And I just be thinking to myself, like, y'all just don't understand, like the people that I know and I come across who've been in the same situation, but more extensive. So for me, it's one of the reasons why I don't complain. Cause it's like I could have been awake. You were awake for your accident. You felt your leg coming off, whether you knew that was happening or not. You
Right.
felt that. You were awake. Like I said, you saw blood and all that jazz. Like, I don't know what that's like. I don't know how that would have, worked on my mental. And like I said, you chilling and doing your thing and raising children and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, it's easier
that's
said than
amazing.
done.
But you're doing it and it's amazing. And as long as it's getting done, that means it can be done. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah, most definitely.
dope. You are super dope for that. Phantom pain. I have to talk with every amputee about this because this is something that I have, another thing I have not experienced. I have phantom sensations. I call it a sensation because it doesn't hurt. Right
Okay.
now, we're talking about it.
I never knew that they had. I never knew that people could have that feeling and then that hurt though. Like it's
I, I
because
felt, and I thought that's why I didn't think I was getting it because every time someone speaks about phantom pain, it's the most painful thing. It just pops up out
yeah,
of nowhere and
yeah.
never.
I be driving, man, and it bruh. Boy.
Never. Like I said, we talking about it now. So now I can feel the tingling. That tingling you was talking about. Now I
Mm-hmm.
can feel my fingers tingling. So if I want you, I have on a shirt so you really can't see it move. But now I'm doing this with my fingers. So now it's doing that with its fingers. I'm pointing, now
Mm-hmm.
it's pointing. So I can, yeah, I can feel that stuff and those itches. I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely get that. Once it is not all the time. That is the most annoying thing ever.
Right.
I
And I'd be
swear,
like, man, am I
that
going
ain't
crazy?
fair.
They
Yo,
gonna
I'm
tell me.
doing all of this. This is what it is. Your nerves, because again, remember your nerves are attached to your brain and goes all over
Right.
to where it goes. So
Right.
it didn't snatch out the nerves out your brain. So those nerve
Right.
endings are still there. So that's why we can still have the sensation. Now, what I don't truly understand is why some people have pain, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who doesn't have pain. So other people's do. So my thought process was maybe because I was in shock. I was asleep. I wasn't awake for my accident. So maybe because my body was relaxed, you know what I'm saying? So the way it severed, didn't have, I don't know, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but it's just fascinating to me on how, yeah, I've never had any type of pain, but people
So
talk
how,
about,
so how so how did you lose your arm?
I was in a car accident. A friend of mine fell asleep while driving. We was in New York on the Southern State coming back from Long Island. The Southern
Mm.
State does this for maybe 10, 15 miles.
Wow.
So
Wow.
she fell asleep, saw that we weren't on the road anymore. So she tried to hurry up and get back on, and it made her car flip over 5 times. Now, mind you, I'm asleep for this whole situation. I remember falling asleep that night. Then when I woke up, I think I came to twice. Once when we just stopped, she had opened the door to check on me, and then she realized my arm was missing. And I was big. I was 260 pounds at the time. So I'm in my seatbelt and I was kind of leaning over out of the car. So she had to slap me to wake me up so I can help her push me back into the seat so we can wait for the ambulance. Because if not, I would have fell out of the car.
Oh my God.
And yeah, so that's 260 pounds of dead, you kind of dead weight. And her booty was big, but her waist was just small. So that wasn't going to work. Okay. So
Man.
we had to do. So I remember that. Went out again. Next time I remember, I know I was in a helicopter. I saw the ceiling with the holes in it. I saw these two people with a blue shirt. So I knew that was the EMT. I couldn't speak, but I remember seeing that, and I went back out. Next time I was in the hospital,
Mm.
around by myself, couple of empty beds next to me, and then a nurse came up to me and asked me, and I'm like, what's going on? Because I can see, and I didn't realize my arm was gone, so I'm looking for my homegirl. Like, where is she? If I'm up and whatnot, then clearly I'm cool. Is she all right? And the nurse was just like, you kind of need to worry about yourself. You lost your arm in the accident. So I looked down at my arm and I looked back up at her and just said, well, thank God I'm alive.
Hey, that's what's
So,
up.
yeah, those my words. And then I waited. My mom was in Georgia, so she had to come down. And like I said, I was in the hospital for about 11 days. So it went pretty quickly. Now I was young. This was 15 years ago, so I was 22. So I'm going to assume my youth and all of that good stuff. And I think it was a clean cut. I'm going to assume, and my arm was completely off already. It was
Mm.
maybe a few miles back from where we ended up stopping. So that's probably still in there, wherever they put stuff like that at.
Yeah,
And
because I was wondering where they put my leg at. That's a big leg. That was a big leg.
they taking all the cells, all your D. I'm telling you right now what they doing. They done took our DNA. They using it for stuff, probably blood supply, all that. They using that. Trust me.
Yeah, that's messed
They,
up.
they
I ain't
using
getting
my
no
melanin. They using that good old melanin to help them out. I can promise you that. But
melanin
yeah,
is at all time high.
yeah. Yo, melanin is expensive.
It is.
It's expensive. But yeah, man. So that's like I said. Like so, when hearing your story, just makes me feel like, man, I had it lucky. Like I was blessed. Like you, I ain't shit. You amazing, man. Like I don't know how I would have taken this. Like I'm keeping it real. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? And like you're just so dope. So you're a father. how does your children take that, and how has that been with now, being an amputee dad?
Man, it was it was my children. They kind of grasp to it pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? They was like, "Oh my God, Dad, but you're all right, Dad. You're all right, Dad. I'm here for you." It was just so. Um, Anytime my kids be around, they always be extra helpful. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dad, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Dad, what you need? Especially my son, my oldest, my two oldest. They they really helped me out a lot. You know what I'm saying? They kept coming over, and making sure Dad was okay. Now the youngest ones, they didn't really understand, you know what I'm saying, the struggle of limits to the stuff that they was asking for me to do, wanting me to do, like, "Oh, Dad, come do this, let's go do this." I'm like, "Oh my God, boy, you want me to walk all the way in Target? You want me to, that's a lot of steps, boy. I can't. We're gonna have to check out one of them carts real quick, right? You wanna go down every aisle? No, we can't do that one right there. We're gonna have to take a step back."
That's cute. Someone asked, how old are your children?
My oldest is 16, and I have a 15-year-old. Then I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old and a 6-month-old.
Look at that, 6 months. You didn't lose all your limbs. It was still there, homie. It was still there. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
babies. Keep making the babies. That's what's up. That is so cute. Well, hopefully one of these days I can use my uterus. We'll see. I would like to have some children, but we'll see. We talk about me, we talk about you. So that is awesome. So your babies, they help out. That's cool. I have a godson, and he's only known me like this. So he's used to me being like this. This is all he knows. But when I see other children, they are the cutest. I like when children express themselves about, I guess how they feel about seeing me. They stare, of
Mhm.
course, but most of them are just and they're just very intuitive. They're or inquisitive. They want to ask questions.
Right,
No,
right.
they're not scared or anything like that. It's just like, what happened to your arm? I live
Hmm.
in Georgia, so and they just be like, "Oh, I'm sad for you for that. I'm sorry. I would give you mine, but I don't know how." Yo, the things that I have heard over the years, it is just so
From children.
heartwarming.
From
Yes,
children. Yes.
so-
From
it is
children.
so
And I
cute.
really think God really speaks through children. Like,
Ashe, absolutely.
yes, because it's such an innocent soul, you know what I'm saying? So it's so quickly to be to contact,
Hmm.
you know? Like when I be out, sometimes kids that come up to like, "Oh my God, mommy, look!" They're like, stop it. I be like, "Oh, no, that's okay." Like, how you look? I say, and I stand like this. I'm like, I'm a transformer.
That's
He's
dope.
like, "You're a transformer." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Stay away from the Decepticons. You
That's
don't
what's
want to
up.
go
I
over
love
there.
it. I love it. I
You
love
don't want to go over there with them Decepticons."
that. Is
"Oh
so
my God, he's a
cute.
transformer."
That
Or
is
I'd be
so
like,
cute.
go gadget leg, and I'll kick it over a little bit, make it move. They're like, "Oh my God, it moves."
You know what, Clarence, you watching? You and Clarence need to get together and do something like, because he's wrote Mr. RoboCop leg.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, what's
we're
up,
gonna have
man?
to talk. We're gonna have to talk and get something together, because that is super
Yeah,
cool. That is super cool, and I know the children enjoy that. And again, that's how you feel. I'm so happy that you embrace yourself. You know what I'm saying, in that way, and I really hope that the other people, amputee or not, just being
right,
comfortable with yourself. It doesn't matter what you got going on. Being comfortable with yourself nowadays is very rare. Everybody is trying to be something else or be accepted. So when you find people, who accept, who embrace, I don't even accept, embrace who they are, you know what I'm saying, and bring it to the world, it's an amazing thing. And it inspires everybody.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all are dope. I can just like, what do I have in my mind? Like, let's just say we were just to throw some type of event for children. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having clowns, like you normally
Right.
do for situations, you guys could, like you said, be the Transformers or actually
I'm,
be RoboCop and
I'm
you know
down
what
for
I'm
it.
saying?
I'm
And
down
have
for it.
little that's fire. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That would be like super cool. And I'll keep it going, have it an
I dress
amputee
up as Cyborg.
situation. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that would be
I'm
super
down
cool.
for it.
You can educate, you know what I'm saying, about being an amputee, you know what I'm saying, have fun, be a family event, all that good stuff. We said it first here, you know what I'm saying, on AMPspire.
Also teach them about mind control
Absolutely.
because this crazy world throws so much at you. You have to literally take a pause for the cause and think ahead of your next step because especially being like this now, I can't really afford to be getting caught up in nothing, doing nothing stupid, you know what I'm saying? Because man,
Okay, we got another question. How did your significant other handle knowing you before the accident and now?
whoa, geez, I knew
Thanks,
this.
Tiffany, 'cause that was my next question. I was definitely going to ask about your queen, and I was going to see if it was all right because I don't want to get all up in y'all's business. But yeah, how did that work? With y'all relationship before and after?
Well, my club sister, which is now my girl, now my baby mama, we had a baby. She has really, 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 really been my rock, bro. If it was not for her, I probably would not be the man I am today. When I say this woman really pushed me and her family pushed me, they came over. I mean, they was even helping dress me, babe, bro. Like it was crazy the love that I got from them and me just meeting her. But I was with her maybe all of 30 days, 60 days before I lost my leg.
Wow.
Yeah, we had just met at the clubhouse.
Wow.
She was new, just came in and joined in. We was started hanging around. It wasn't nothing serious at first, but then after that, after she was up there every day, every single day, every single day. She made sure got to my doctor's appointment, make sure I took my medicine. That's part of the reason why I did not even have to go to physical therapy or that other stuff because of course, kept me on my toes. That's the only thing. She kept me on my toes. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it was. Yeah, man, it was a gift and a curse. Because I was previously in a situation, in and out of a situation prior to that. You know what I'm saying, with my two younger children. And so, the transition was really crazy afterwards. And it was just so much stuff that I could not handle. You know what I'm saying? Things got so crazy, like it got really out of hand. But for her to stand by me like she did, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I know I was a lot to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And she stood by it, dude. You know what I'm saying? She stood by me, and she believed in me, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. She believed in. She gave me the reason to. Not saying that my children didn't, but to be having that in my face, 24/7. When I left the hospital, she got with my mom. She said, he don't need to go over nowhere. Bring his stuff over here. I didn't even know where I was going. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know where I was going. I'm like, I thought they were sending me to. No, they sent me to a nursing home, and I was like, I was in there for about like 15 minutes. Mm. I said, "Oh no, I'm up out of here." I knew that I was going to. I said, "Oh no, I'm out of here. I'm out of here." And she's like, "No, bring him over to my house." Wood. And she really helped me out, man. And I always love her for that, for real. Like, because if it, I mean, I got family, I got friends, but she went above and beyond. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to your queen. That is super
Yeah,
dope. And
yeah.
all
Shout out to my baby, man.
sister, they all co-signing. That's what's up. So
Yeah.
I saw you looking over there, so she's probably there. You go ahead, sis. You do your
Oh
thing.
no, she's not here. It's not. She's not here. She at work.
Oh, okay, well that's what's up. Do your thing. I love to hear that. This is what I'm talking about because I kind of had a different situation. I was with somebody, and now we, prior to my accident, we were living together. We were trying to get our lives together, and we was staying in one place together. Couldn't stay there anymore, so we kind of dipped off. I had to move back to New York with my family, and they wouldn't allow me to take him with me because we weren't married.
Right.
So he had to, find somewhere to go. He chose to find a woman, another woman, what I'm saying, to help him out and do all of that stuff. And then 2 months later, I got into my accident.
Mm.
He stayed with that woman.
Mm.
So I pretty much had to go through this by myself, as far as with a partner. My mom was always there for me. She definitely took care of me and handled all of my business until I was able to do it on my own. But he absolutely, left me during the situation. So, and I'm cool because 2 years later, I met my king, and now we're 13 years strong. So everything happened,
So,
for a reason. So my man met
so,
me like this. See, he met me like this. So this, he was attracted
right.
to this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So everything happens as it should, but that is dope. That you had somebody to be there for you. So I'm happy to hear that, and you can see what unconditional love, and support will do for you.
Yeah. Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Absolutely. Yeah, your mama love her. Look at her. All caps. That's what's up. Okay, so now you told me you started a business and you threw mechanic out there earlier. So let's talk about that. What is this business you got going on? And
Well,
is it on course?
well, ever since I was young, since a youngin, my family always been good with working with their hands. The men and the women. My grandmother, especially, we have these apartments behind the house, and we was always doing repairs. You know what I'm saying? And my uncle, my grandmother's brother, he owned a mechanic shop. You know what I'm saying? So me and all the boy cousins and stuff, we be up at the shop every day, all day, working hard. $5 for the day. My uncle did not play. He pay you $5. Like, yeah, man. He said, you want me to clean the thing on my for me, man. I was like, oh man, here we go. $5. $5 all day. We out there washing cars, changing oil. But I had me me having all these children, needing a vehicle, and me knowing the knowledge of how to fix everything and needing somebody to come fix it for me was kind of a toss up. I mean, I would keep calling somebody, hey man, I need to come do this. They want to come over and messing something up, or they'd never show on up. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, like I said, buckle down, snap into it. I said, man, you know what, bro? I can work on this doggone car. I can. So I went and bought my tools, fixed my own, fixed my girl's car. Then everybody starts saying, hey man, you back working on cars? I used to always work on cars back in the day. Fixing on houses, doing plumbing work, electrical, laying floors, roofing,
Hey,
the
everything.
whole line. HVAC, putting in
I'm gonna have
heating,
to, when I get
cooling.
this land, I'm gonna have to hire you to just build my whole shit. That's what I'm
Bro, I do everything. I do everything. But I was so self conscious about me having this leg. I was always doubting myself, like in the beginning. I'm like, oh man, I can't do it. It wasn't nobody like just beating me up saying, oh man, well, I don't need you to do this because you can't do this. It was me. I was my best friend and my worst enemy. And I had to dismiss the negative side of my mind and saying, take that can't out, and like I know what I can do. You know what I'm saying? And I buckle down on it. And the city here has been really accepting to me, everybody's calling me. Everybody's calling me. Like,
Get that money, get that
everybody,
shmoney.
I mean, like, if anybody know anything about nuts and bolts, is that guy. You know what I'm saying? Call him. Or they just want to see, like, man, this dude really out here on one leg. Hey, I'm like, hey,
that. You want to see?
Yeah, you want to see me? Call me. Shoot. For a flat fee.
That's fire. That's fire. That is super. Again, like, man, I ain't fixing on nobody's cars. Like, I do regular stuff. I just clean my house and I learned how to drive. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't fixing on cars and.
Yeah, that was a lesson too, learning how to drive, because I lost my right leg was missing. So I had to, my foot is always curved over like this, trying to touch the gas pedal, but I'm a beast at it now. Boy, I be cruising.
I'm coming. I'm gonna be one too, because I was right-handed.
Yeah.
Now that's going. So I got, but I'm pushing it. I'm gonna be killing it. I'm trying to be a Fast and Furious driver. To be quite honest, I want to be able to dip, step, and move.
And you know what? And everybody in New York is a Fast and Furious driver too. Y'all going real fast up there.
And maybe that's why that's in me, because that's what I actually want to move. Not really move back home, but I want to go back home for maybe 6 months and just drive. And you know what I'm saying? And just drive through New York traffic, all that good stuff, and learn how to stick and move. Because if you know how to drive in New York, you can drive anywhere.
Anywhere.
So I'm gonna make that happen, because I absolutely want to do that. Because like I said, I was in a car accident and it was an accident. Love her. We're still friends, all that good stuff. But the reality is my life was in her hands. So I would like to take a little bit more. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't predict the future and all that good stuff, but I want to have as much control over situations as I possibly can.
Right.
So yeah, getting my license was definitely important.
Right. Most definitely.
All right. Now you are into sports. I think that's the last thing, you know what I'm saying, that you got going on. So this Paralympics, all the sports that you do, how you doing it?
Well, as you can see behind me, Columbus Pioneers. That's the baseball team that I play for. And I play for Cap City Cardinals, the basketball league here. I don't have the banner for that one yet. That has been made. It's a new team. But it's been fantastic, man. I have met some of the most amazing men like myself. I mean, it's guys that's even in more of a tough situation than I am in, and they are moving way faster. You know what I'm saying? But it's amazing. Columbus Pioneers, we're number 5 in the country right now. We was number 4, but Japan came over here this year and put a beat down on everybody. You know what I'm saying to you?
All right.
Them guys were so in sync. Oh my God. I never seen nobody move that fast before in my life.
Well, the Asian culture, they're on point with that discipline. I saw a video of how they train the kids with basketball. They have 20 of them in a line, and they're all bouncing the ball simultaneously. Doof, 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 and switch, and doof, 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 and switch.
These
and
guys was
7-year-olds just switching and just, they train them up good. We need to adopt some of that.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, we're great at everything. We don't even have to have education on some stuff. We'll teach ourselves how to do some shit and then be great. So if we had that level of discipline and unity, it'd be all right.
Niggas, it takes a village. So I mean, it got to start at home. We got to motivate our children. We have to keep them motivated. We have to keep you know what I'm saying, a positive mind state. Because if you learning something, if you got somebody trying to boost positivity to you outside of home, and you're not even getting that in home, outside, I'm like, oh, that's like stranger danger. Like, man, what are you talking about, man? I ain't used to none of that, So we gotta start at home.
It does. Well, you are definitely being an example of that. Your 5 babies is on the right track. They already see what resilience is. They see what perseverance is.
I got the smartest babies, man.
And that's what's up. I feel comfortable that your children are going to be out in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because
Shouts out to their
yeah,
moms. Their moms is doing a wonderful job.
whoop, to
Yeah,
mamas, whoop. That's what's up. And I love that too. You know what I mean? Like I love black love, respect, and all that good stuff. Like you just dope. The life and times of ill will business. I love it. All right, so I want you. What advice would you give anybody? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna let you get back to your life and your kids and stuff like that. So what advice would you give anyone that has gone through what you've gone through? What would your give them 3 points? I'm gonna take this from Eric. Give me 3 things that you would tell somebody.
three things that I would tell you is, for one, um, get back with your family. When going through something that's such drastic, you need to be around real loved ones. You know what I'm saying? So, and family does not always mean DNA. You know what I mean? Two, you need to stay prayed up. You're gonna have to, because it's gonna be a long journey. And for three, you're gonna have to suck it up and let some of them friends and people go around you. Because when you're going through something, it has to be about you. To get you right. If you ain't no good, then what good is you to anybody? You know. So you gonna have to. Like if the tree is constantly growing leaves and dropping leaves with no roots, how long do you think that tree gonna last standing up? It ain't even gonna stand up that long. It's gonna start wilting over and eventually gonna fall over. So you gotta have something putting back into yourself. So.
All right. So stay prayed up. Stick around unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
And let go of all things and people that no longer serve you.
That's right.
I love it. All right. I will business. I appreciate you for your time, your energy, and your story. Yeah, me, you, and Clarence got to get this together because yeah, I'm really feeling that idea, and I've actually wanted to start an all amputee podcast. So
Let's go.
maybe we can do this together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all got
Let's
the legs
go.
back. I just need to get somebody else with another arm amputation, and we can get this popping so we can really start talking about this and really inspiring our community.
Right. Because it is a thriving community and an untapped market. It's a
Yes,
lot. It's a lot of us that a lot of people don't know about. And I think it's time for the world to understand, that, hey,
we in here. We out here.
Yeah, we out here with you.
Absolutely. Well, that is what AMPspire Media is all about, and that's what we are here for. So I really appreciate you. Tell folks, okay, you're the mechanic, and you're the one with the nuts and bolts. So tell folks that are in your area how to find you. If maybe they just need to travel to Ohio State to get their car fixed on.
Yeah,
you can spin this so many ways, bro. The more I talk to you, the more the ideas just flowing. Like, I had people showing up, to Ohio just to watch me work on their car.
Yeah.
Because I'm dope. You do that.
I am the bionic gorilla. That is
Mama
me.
and sister, go ahead and get this together. Be his agent. Get this popping.
That's what's up. Speak that into existence. Yeah, I need it. Sure.
All right. Well, I love you. Appreciate your time and your energy. And again, tell them where to find you so they can,
you can find me on Facebook. Like I said, Ill Will Business, Bizness. And you can get me on YouTube on my YouTube page, Big Youngster. On YouTube. That's my only 2 things I have. I don't think. Do I got an Instagram? I think I do.
You do have an Instagram. I think it's Island Boy or something like that.
Yeah, I do have our Instagram.
If my
Oh
little
boy.
sister can throw those in there on this in
Yeah.
the comment section, so I can pop it up on the screen, because that's how you find him on Facebook. Ill Will Business. Oh, I did that twice. Okay, so holler at him. Get your car fixed.
Yeah.
Get
Call me.
your information. You know
Call
what
me.
I'm saying? Or, if you into them sports and all that good stuff, every
Yeah.
time
Come
you
check
find
us out.
me, come check them out. Go and see, what them amputee sports be like. Because
Yeah, I got
I
plenty of
want to see that now.
photos and videos uploaded on my YouTube page. I'm constantly editing videos, making little stuff, trying to show it out to everybody.
Okay, well we gonna talk about that, because that would be cool to have amputee sports on the channel.
Let's go.
That would be fired. So
Let's
let's talk
go.
about that. Let's get it. All
All
right.
right.
Well, I'm gonna let you go. Really, again, I appreciate you for being here and giving us your time and your energy and inspiring us.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You
All
stay
right.
blessed.
You do the same. Peace. That was fire. Oh man. Ill Will Business is super dope. Like, again, I keep telling you guys, there's no excuses in this world. Like, you can do whatever it is you want to do in this life. You can succeed, you can prosper. You just have to put your mind to it. You have to decide, you know what I'm saying, that your life is worth it. You know what I'm saying? That it doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, honestly, what happens to you, that if you're still here, you have a purpose, you have a reason, and you just go out there and you find that. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you guys. Let's, you know what I'm saying, get these little overlays popping. Of course, go on Roku TV, download AMPspire Media Network for free. As you can see, we are already talking about and developing more amputee type content and shows. I'm excited and I cannot wait to get these together and bring them out to you. So make sure, if you don't have Roku, go to Walmart, spend that $24.99. I promise you it is worth the inspiration. If you are someone who has a business and you need some advertisement, or you are a content creator, and again, you want to have your content on television, check us out, grow your business with us. All digital marketing agency teams support you in all of your projects so that you can achieve your objectives. Contact us at 478-318-6933 or email us at ampspirecontent999@yahoo.com. Also, we got the AMPspire apparel. I'm going to definitely get Clarence, and we definitely going to get Ill Will and one of these shirts, one of these hoodies, or something. Okay. So you want to make sure you get yours, because our clothing line, it embodies our mission to assist people with adversity and thriving afterwards. Okay. So b-ampspire-apparel.myshopify.com. Going to get you some, and let's be out here and let's inspire the world and look fly at the same time. Because my hoodies and stuff, that stuff is popping. I ain't going even front. Now y'all see me in these photos, my leggings. This is cool. That is my wardrobe for the weekend. I wear my service uniform Monday through Friday, but I'm definitely rocking my AMPspire apparel on the weekend. So come and join me to do that. What else do we have? I think that's all we got. Here is my QR code. I am Plump Queen, the amputee influencer and podcaster. You click on this QR code, you'll have access to everything we got going on. Of course, we have our childhood trauma podcast every Tuesdays and Thursdays. We are changing and revamping some things, so I don't have the overlays. But on Tuesdays, we have Goddess Misha and the rising, giving her spiel and giving all of that Reiki energy. And then on Thursday nights, I'm going to start pre-recording. I want to apologize. I get to get my disclaimer with doing this service. I have not been in the work field for about 10 years. Okay. So this is more physically, a transition for me. So getting up, going out, being out all day and all that stuff has become a bit much. So I have to make sure that I can do both. So I'm going to start pre-recording my Thursdays section of Soul Sister Therapy Childhood Trauma Podcast. You're going to get this work regardless, but now I just need to be a little bit more structured about it so we can make sure that we're all on time. Okay. Also, the same with Saturdays with Spirit. We are revamping everything and making sure that we come through and continue to be consistent, so that will be showing up as well. And I wanted to also explain a little bit about my new tarot idea. So you guys know I'm not a tarot reader. That is always my disclaimer, but I do use my spreads. I do talk to my ancestors through it. So while we are revamping Saturdays with Spirit, I would like to share my spreads and have some of the intuitive readers, some of my audience, who are versed in that, to help translate my spreads. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out whether, well, I'll just pick one person for that week to come on and be the guest and do that, or just have you guys in the audience, just, pulling these cards and have you guys in the audience, what I'm saying, give me your spiel on or what resonates with you. So, as a matter of fact, you guys can let me know how y'all feel about that, or what would be the best way for you guys to participate in that. Because again, nobody do tarot like we do tarot, and I absolutely am trying to bring spirituality to television and a more variety of it. Okay, so you guys let me know how y'all feel about that, so we can get that started. And also in December, the accountability podcast is coming. Okay, buckle your seatbelts, clutch your pearls, because this is going to be Plum Queen in rare form. This is going to be my opportunity to honestly give y'all my unapologetic, perspectives on certain things. Somebody posted the other day that in the Black community, accountability is like kryptonite. And I totally agree with that. And Accountability Podcast is going to assist in changing that. So again, if you one of them people that don't like hearing the truth, I'm gonna keep it real. That's not the podcast for you, because I'm gonna be speaking these truths. The TTV, the Ampspiration TTV, is Tell Truth Vision. So that is what it's going to be about. So buckle up. December is coming. All right. That's all I have for you guys. I love, love, love y'all. Appreciate your time and energy. And as always, guys, be inspired. Peace.